Today, as we all know, is June 12th, a day that has been declared as Nigeria's Democracy Day in honor of the late Chief MKO Abiola, who sacrificed his life to ensure that Nigeria remains one. And today, like every other June 12th in the past, here used to be a beehive of activity. But as we can see, it's just a handful of people who are here at the premises or at the residence of the late Chief MKO Abiola to mark this day. Let's now meet some of them who were in the struggle, who fought with MKO Abiola, and they are here to pay him their respect.
Abiola lost his life, lost his wife, Alaja Kudirat Abiola. A lot of communists died for it. And it was so bad. President Abacha said he should sign that he doesn't want democracy again. He said he's either kill him, or give him democracy. But Abacha did not give him democracy. At the end of the day, we lost Abiola. We lost the giant of Africa, the richest man in Africa. And then laid his life for the democracy.
I feel bad. Since that time those people died, I'm not okay till now.
I for one, I grew up, here with Abdul and the family, and with Chief MKO Abiola. I remember back then, on a normal day, even without any events going on, you see a queue of people outside waiting to see him, waiting for support, and he makes sure that he sees all these people, he attends to them, he gives them audience, and that was what he lived for.
The late Chief MKO Abiola's support in the June 1993 presidential election cuts across geopolitical zones and religious divisions. He was adjudged to be one of the few politicians who have accomplished such a spread during his time. He won the election but never became Nigeria's president. He paid the supreme price for the entrenchment of democracy that we all enjoy today. But typical of June 12, unlike previous ones, the celebration this year is totally different. The streets of Ikeja were virtually free of the usual heavy vehicular movement, with no activities, not even at the residence of the late acclaimed winner of the 1993 presidential election. The compound was empty, with few people in sight, leaving the security personnel stationed at both the entrance of the street and inside the compound jobless. But family of the late democracy icon have explained why the atmosphere is different this year.
We have to put in account that COVID-19 has also made an impact. We cannot continue doing things the same way like we used to. The world is just not that safe anymore. So we decided that we do everything on Zoom this year.
Nevertheless, pockets of protests were witnessed along Tonyi roundabout in Ikeja, despite warnings against such demonstrations.
It's showing the government what Democracy Day is all about. Protest signifies freedom. And we have seen what this government has done. When you protest, they try to push you down. That is not democracy. So an act of we coming out to show that we can protest is a form of democracy. And that is a sign that this country needs to be free. So we are not contradicting what today means.
Nigeria is going through its most darkest and horrendous chapter. And every person of conscience needs to come out and rescue Nigeria. Nigeria is dying. Nigeria is presently in the intensive care unit, and it's on its way to the undertakers. If we don't do anything to rescue this country, Nigeria is going the way of Yugoslavia.
We have the right to protest. It's in our human rights, you understand? But so far it's done peacefully and in an orderly manner. It's fine, you understand? And using this date, is also fine. It's June 12. Abiola, son, this was the date his mandate, was annulled and all that. So, so far it's done in a peaceful way, and everyone, put out constructive complaints and requests. So that's fine.
Alhaji Mumuni Abiola is one of the children of the late MKO Abiola. He is of the views that inasmuch as the right to protest is legitimate, it mustn't degenerate into chaos and destruction of property.
You can stage a protest whenever you want. The bottom line in this one is, whatever you do, please let's make it non-violent. Destruction of public property cannot be tolerated. This property belongs to all of us. It's our money that was used to create it. If we destroy it, what happens? We have to borrow more money that we don't have. that can be used towards our healthcare system, that can be used towards our school systems. We need to start to think about this. So please come out, express yourself on social media if that's how you want to do it, but let's not be violent.
Mumuni also threw the doors of the resident open to youths, saying it is free for cross-fertilization of ideas and discussions on how to move Nigeria forward and greater than what it is today. From the MKO Resident off Toyin Street, Ikeja, Lagos, Love Oluwafemi Oyedokun, reporting for Kaftan Television News.